about your life right now. You are likely staring at a high-definition screen while sitting in a climate-controlled room, probably with a snack nearby that stayed fresh for weeks. We take this absolute magic for granted. But for 99% of human history, life was dark, cold, and incredibly slow. Today we are counting down the 5 inventions that actually broke the world and rebuilt it into the modern reality we live in. These aren't just cool gadgets. They are the literal pillars of civilization. Let's start with the invention that ended the Dark Ages, quite literally, before the late 1800s. Your day ended when the sun went down. You had candles or whale oil lamps if you were rich. But for most people, the night was a dead zone. When Thomas Edison and Joseph Swan independently perfected the incandescent light bulb, they didn't just give us a way to see in the dark. They decoupled human productivity from the movements of the planet. Factories could run 24 hours a day. Cities became vibrant hubs of nightlife. And the very concept of the social life changed forever. Light bulbs led to the massive electrical grids that power your toaster, your laptop, and the internet itself. Without that tiny glowing filament, we would still be living in a world defined by shadows. Moving from the light into the way we move ourselves, we have to talk about the internal combustion engine. Before this, if you wanted to go somewhere, you walked or you used a horse. If you wanted to ship goods across a continent, it took months. The engine changed the scale of the world. It made the planet feel smaller. It gave birth to the automobile, which redefined how our cities are built. And later, it gave us flight. Think about the fact that you can get from New York to London in a few hours. 200 years ago, that was a life-threatening multi-week voyage. The internal combustion engine didn't just change travel. It revolutionized agriculture with tractors and transformed global trade. Everything you own was likely moved by an engine at some point. Our third invention takes us much further back in time, but its impact is arguably the most profound on our biology. I am talking about the printing press, invented by Johannes Gutenberg in the mid-15th century. This machine was the original internet. Before the press, books were hand-copied by monks and cost as much as a house. Knowledge was for the elite. The printing press made information cheap and accessible. It fueled the Renaissance, the scientific revolution, and the spread of literacy across the globe. For the first time in history, an idea could spread faster than a person could travel. It democratized thought and allowed us to build on the discoveries of others without having to reinvent the wheel every generation. No printing press means no mass education, and no mass education means we are still in the Middle Ages. Next, we look at something that has saved more lives than perhaps any other single discovery, and that is penicillin and the advent of antibiotics. Before 1928, a simple scratch from a rose thorn or a common sore throat could be a death sentence. Doctors were basically power neutral against infection. When Alexander Fleming discovered that a certain type of mold killed bacteria, he opened the door to modern medicine. Antibiotics changed the human experience of life and death. They allowed for complex surgeries, organ transplants, and chemotherapy, all of which would be impossible if we couldn't control infection. This invention alone added decades to the average human lifespan. We transitioned from a species that died of simple bugs to one that can fight back against the microscopic world. We reach the invention that is currently rewriting the rules of reality as we speak: the internet. If the printing press was a spark, the internet is a supernova. It is the first time in human history that the entirety of human knowledge is available to almost anyone, anywhere, instantly. It has changed how we work, how we fall in love, how we protest, and how we entertain ourselves. We are now a globally connected hive mind. Whether it is the smartphone in your pocket or the massive servers underwater connecting continents, the internet is the ultimate tool of globalization. It has compressed time and space to the point where a kid in a rural village has the same access to information as a professor at Harvard. These 5 inventions didn't just make life easier. They redefined what it means to be human. We went from being victims of our environment to masters of it. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the tech that built our world, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We have plenty more stories about the hidden history of our world coming your way. What do you think is the most important invention we missed? Let us know in the comments below because we love a good debate. Thanks for watching and stay curious.